Because honestly, the difference between amateurs and professionals in any business, especially in sales, is amateurs make decisions based on how they feel. Professionals, successful people, make decisions based on their commitments. Orlando, SeaWorld and Disney and sunshine and putt-putt, Orlando. Should I do that when I get out there? You dare me? Orlando! All right, okay. We got 1,000 brokers in Florida in the room, so here's what I'm thinking. The course just came out, so we'll touch on the course a little bit, but I'm not just gonna pitch the course because the course is absolutely crushing it. Crushing it, RyanSerhant.com/course. Make sure you go there now if you're a real estate agent or if you do anything with sales because it's gonna change your life. It's changing lots of people's lives already, no bullshit. But here's what I thought I'd talk about, because you know how we were just in Colorado, right? And talking with my dad, and he just harps on me about hard work and everything, and then I'm standing there in Colorado, I'm standing at the fence, and I'm like immediately pushed back to being there in 2009, not knowing what I was gonna do with my life and where I was gonna go, and how it's just so crazy, like the choices I made at that moment, right after that, and then I never went back since then, or would have defined my entire life, really. And actually, I've never told this story before, but I'm gonna talk about my first sales job ever when I was 10 years old with my little brother selling Jack Ryan wood. When we sold firewood, and it was a disaster. We did like one deal. It was terrible. It was like the end of the world. And I used to just talk to my mom about it, and she like helped remind me about a few things. So I'll tell that story.
He was always very dramatic.
And then the whole world was just firewood for me. You ready? Orlando! Okay, let's go. What's going on? What's up? What's up, Florida? My first sales job, because that was 1994, so I was 10 years old. My little brother was 7, okay? And they were taking all these trees down, dead trees. The house hadn't been touched. The kind of the forest around it hadn't been touched in like 30 years, right? It was an estate sale. And they were taking all these trees down and they were chopping them up and turning them into mulch. And my allowance at the time was like $2 an hour for doing yard work, right? Which to me at the time was awesome. You know, I'd pick up sticks, get paid $2 an hour. That's a lot of sticks in an hour. And I saw these trees coming down, and I kind of had this idea because I saw these guys with these wood cutter, okay? This wood cutter, and they were chopping up wood. And I asked my dad, because I knew that we had fireplaces in the house, and my dad liked to build a big fire every night. It's like, you buy this wood at a grocery store, we have all these trees you're cutting down, what if we chop up the wood and we sell them and I take all the money? Right? That was my first idea, really kind of like about money. I think it's because at the time I really wanted my own video camera, and in 1994, video cameras cost a lot of money. And my parents wouldn't get it for me. They would never get me anything I wanted, ever. I had to work for it. And so I went to my little brother. I'm 10, he's 7, right? I'm like, listen, we're starting a business, okay? You see all these trees? Dad's cutting down all these trees over here. There's this wood cutter that they leave on the side of the driveway. We're just gonna get them to cut up the wood, and we're gonna sell these things called cords of wood, okay? We're gonna take a little bit of money, we're gonna get my mom to help us, and she's gonna put an ad in the local newspaper, and we're gonna sell wood. And our business name, I'll never forget it, best name ever, was Jack, his name is Jack, my little brother, Jack Ryan Wood, okay? That was our business name. Yep. And so we put that in the newspaper, and we got our first call, our first client, this guy who wanted us to deliver, it was like 10 cords of wood. I don't know if you know how much like firewood looks like. 10 cords of wood is a significant amount of firewood to cut. But I was super excited because we were doing it at like $10 a cord, so that was $100. You have any idea how many sticks I had to pick up to make $100? Like my mind was racing. I'm 10 years old, I'm going into 5th grade, I'm like super excited, I'm gonna run this business, it's great, I'm putting my little brother to work, I'm not gonna let him sleep or eat until we sell all this wood, like, let's go, right? So we get that call, now I don't know what to do, like how do I actually get the wood to this place? My parents wouldn't help me. My parents' response to me was, literally, your business, your choices, you figure it out. Okay? 10 years old. So there's a guy that's cutting down the wood. I'll never forget it. His name was Biff. And he had a red pickup truck. It's like burned into my mind. And it had a lever on the pickup truck that when you hit it, the back of the pickup truck would push up because he would do a lot of demolition and stuff. I was like, that's an awesome idea. I could take all my wood from Jack Ryan Wood, the greatest company in the history of the world. I could put it in the back of your pickup truck and we could deliver it that way. It's going to be awesome. So I cut a deal with the guy that bought the wood from us, right? He wanted to deliver it to his porch. I'm like, okay, then I'm going to get this guy. He's going to deliver it. He said, sure. And we delivered the wood. We got to the top of the driveway. There's a gate. This is like 2 miles away from my house at the time. The guy who bought the wood drives up the driveway. Okay? He says, thanks so much. Would you mind bringing the wood down to my porch? About a 1/4 mile driveway down. I said, yep, let's do it. Biff, let's open the gate. Let's drive down. Biff says, nope. Not part of the deal. Okay? I say, wait, but I told them that I need to deliver the wood to the porch. He's like, nope, not part of the deal, not doing it. I'm like, okay, I am now in my first sales dilemma. I got a guy who wants something. I told him I was going to get it for him, no questions asked. He's got money in his pocket. I want that money. I need to buy this video camera. But my whole life is in Biff's hands with his red pickup truck. We go back and forth. It gets a little bit heated, and then Biff looks at me, and he says, I don't answer to you kind of people. I'm 10 years old. I will never forget this moment. He hits that lever, the truck goes like this, he dumps all the wood onto the side of the road, he gets in the car and drives off. So there I am, right? Off of Route 28, okay, with my little brother who's 7, and we're like, sorry, delivery driver's a little bit crazy. We're in the process of interviewing new ones. If you wouldn't mind, maybe you have a pickup truck, you could come help us and we'd bring the wood there. Thinking this guy was going to be nice. The guy that we were buying the wood from us said to us, that's not what I paid for. You let me know when you can bring the wood to our porch. Like, are you kidding me? This is my first sale ever in my life. We're like, what do we do? This is also 1994, right? I didn't even have yet a Zach Morris cell phone in my hand. So then I had to make a decision as a grown-up. All right, 1, sales is brutal. 2, I don't like Biff whatsoever. 3, what do we do now? Do we walk home? Do I go to the neighbor's house? Like, if I walk home, then I leave my 7-year-old brother on the side of the street? That's not good. If he walks home, that's really not good. And what am I going to do? Okay, so I hid my little brother on the other side of the wood because it made a really big pile, and I hiked home about 2 miles. I get home, I go to my dad who's sitting there, and my dad's very, very strict. My dad's very conservative. I tell him, listen, I got a problem. My first sale, we ran into some hiccups. I explained the story to my dad. My dad looks at me and says, I'll drive you back there to pick up your little brother, but if you want to get paid on that, you got to finish your job. So he drives us back. My little brother is by my side, and we pick up that wood, and we carry it down to that guy's front porch so we could get paid. Next morning, quit sales for the rest of my life. And my dad explained to me, he said, listen, there's a lot of things you can control in life, right? There's a lot of things that you can't control, okay? As you grow up, as you mature, you need to really focus on the things that you can control, right? How hard you work is something you can control. Biff and his stupid red pickup truck can't control him. The way the buyer of the wood is going to act when you show up and don't do what you told him you were going to say, can't control him either, right? Growing up as a teenager, going through college, going to New York City, trying to be an actor, like all these things, girls, etc., life, so many things I can't control. But how hard I work is something that I can control. If you've watched $1 Million Listing, how many people here have ever seen $1 Million Listing? Oh, that's like roughly half. That's good. Thursday nights, 9 p.m. on Bravo, don't miss it. Right? My brand that I've kind of built, okay, isn't like the farm boy from Texas or outside Boston. The brand that I've really worked hard to build is I'm the one who's gonna work the absolute hardest, no matter what. And if my delivery guy is gonna drop all the wood on the side of the road and I don't know what to do, I might ask my dad for help, but he's gonna say no, so I'm just gonna do it anyway because that's what I said I was gonna do. Because I believe in follow through and I believe in hard work because that's something I can actually control. Because honestly, the difference between amateurs and professionals in any business, especially in sales, and it took me a long time to figure this out, is amateurs make decisions based on how they feel. Professionals, successful people, myself, a lot of you in this room, make decisions based on their commitments. I made a commitment when I started my first sales business ever at 10 years old that I was gonna deliver that wood to that guy's porch and he was gonna pay me for it. And even though I hated everyone at the time, and I quit the next day, and I never wanted to do that ever again, I am really, really, really thankful for that day. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching the vlog. Now, go sign up for my real estate course. It is the only real estate agent sales course you will ever need. Go to ryanserhant.com/course or click the link right here in the description. It is going to change your life. I'm going to help you sell more real estate. I'm going to help you sell more stuff. I'm going to help you make more money. I'm going to make your life better. Okay? ryanserhant.com/course. Go there right now. Why are you still watching this? Go there now. Open a new tab. Plus, hit the plus sign. Do that. Go there, right? Link in bio. Why are you still watching me talk? I don't understand. Time is money.